Welcome back to my channel. Today is such a fun day. Today I get to host our whole church here at my house for our Wednesday night home groups that we have. We do this about every 3 months. It is a joy. I love to do it. It is so much fun for me. Sometimes it is a little bit stressful, but I am going to share with you guys some tips of some things that I do when I have a big event like this that I'm planning to help me stay on track with things so that they don't pile up, so that I don't have a million things I'm trying to do right as people are getting here, so that I'm not stressed out. And these are honestly things that I have learned from my mom, who is an amazing hostess, has always been ever since I can remember. And so she taught me all of this, and I'm going to share it with you guys today. Yeah, we will have probably 40 or 50 people at our house tonight. Half of that is probably kids. So we usually have about 20 to 30 adults, and then the rest are kids. And we do have a babysitter that comes and kind of keeps an eye on the kids while we're having our little meeting where we discuss God's Word, which I'm actually going to talk to you guys about that too, what we do for that, how we kind of come up with an idea for that, and I'm excited to share with you about that. But yeah, tonight, the food is always the big deal, the thing that takes kind of the most preparation and planning. And so what we're doing tonight, though, we're keeping it very simple. I bought 6 lasagnas from Costco, and I'm just gonna throw those in the oven, and we are gonna eat those. I made a bunch of sourdough bread. Really, the last 3 or 4 days I have been working on making a bunch of sourdough bread, because I don't know about you guys, but if you make homemade bread, it is really hard, even for events, to buy the fake stuff. Like, it is just nothing compares to homemade, and I also really enjoy doing it. So tonight I am gonna have sourdough bread for everybody. So I made some baguettes, which I had never done before. I had to do a little practicing last week on that. So I made like 4 big baguettes, and then I made 4 big bull loaves. So, and those ones have Parmesan cheese and rosemary in them. So that is actually what's in the oven right now. It's very early in the morning. I got an early start this morning. I slept so good last night, which was such an answer to prayer. So I got an early start this morning getting that bread in the oven. So with the bread and the lasagna, we're also gonna have a salad bar, and everyone is bringing things for that. So I have all of that covered by people from the church, just bringing a bunch of different toppings and the lettuce and all of that. For dessert, we have a bunch of August birthdays at our church. So we're doing a little birthday cake from Costco. So I am about to go pick that up in a few minutes. I'm gonna take all the kids. We're gonna load in the car, head to Costco, because I do have a few other things I need to get for the party, like one of their cookie platters. We're gonna grab that for tonight as well, and a few paper goods and things like that. So that's what we're doing for the food. I have been slowly kind of cleaning and decluttering my house. I actually had family come in town last week, so I did a lot of that last week, so I'm kind of ahead of the game. But I do need to do things like clean the bathrooms, sweep the floors. Fun fact, I don't mop unless it's really, really, really bad. I don't mop before I have a lot of guests at our house, because as soon as they leave, it is a total mess again. So I only get about 2 or 3 hours of clean floors until I have to mop again. So what is the point? I don't see a point. So I don't ever do that. I wipe down any places that are like sticky or something, and I sweep really well. But I don't mop until everyone leaves. I do all that night. When everyone leaves, I sweep and mop, and then I get to wake up to a very clean floor the next morning, and it's way more satisfying and it lasts way longer. So that's kind of how I do that part. But today I just need to do some picking up, some decluttering, a little bit of cleaning. I need to make the centerpieces. I don't always do this. Like, you really don't have to go fancy, but I have a ton of flowers out in my garden. My zinnias went crazy this year, did so well. My vegetables did not do good at all, but my zinnias did so great. So I have a ton of those that need to be cut and used. So I'm just gonna make a bunch of pretty little flower arrangements for the tables. My friend is bringing some tables to set up, some chairs to set up this evening. And so I'll have a little arrangement to put on the tables for that it's not really necessary, but I just enjoy doing that. So I'm gonna do that. I also am gonna make some herb butter to go with the bread. So I need to start on that in a little while. So yeah, I don't know what all I'm gonna get up to. I need to go look at my list, but I am gonna bring you guys along today as I prepare to host tonight. Bothered doing my hair. My curls totally went flat the minute I stepped outside. It is so hot, so humid here. Before the day gets to be super busy, I decided I would make myself a shake because on really busy days, sometimes this is all I have time to eat, like just something that I can take with me around the house and drink as I go. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna probably sip on this as we are in the car headed to Costco, but all that's in here is almond milk, strawberries, bananas that were frozen, spinach that was frozen, and then I'm about to add some chia seeds and some protein powder to that and blend that up. And that will be my breakfast, and this usually keeps me pretty full for a pretty good amount of time. And then who knows what I'll end up eating for lunch, but it's just gonna be one of those busy days. So I often get asked, what do we do like on really busy days as far as our homeschool goes? And that is why we have Friday as our really light school day, so that we can use it as our flex day if we need to. So today we are just going to be doing a science lesson, and then on Friday will be a full school day. So that way I can get done what I need to get done for tonight, but we're also still getting a little bit of school done. So that's what the kids are doing right now. They're listening to their science lesson, and then we're going to ask some questions about it. And then let's see, it's 9 o'clock. Costco doesn't open till 10, but we will head to Costco very soon after that.
In your whole life. Let's continue our adventures together. Knowing where you stand. Where are you right now?
Gabe, don't touch anything.
Don't have to touch it. Watch.
Amy, don't touch anything.
That's what you played.
That's really cool.
And you can put headphones in.
We're back from Costco. It was a great trip. The kids did really, really well. Some days it's a little bit of a struggle when they're in the store with me, but today it went so well. There was a lady selling pianos there, and Gabe sat down and played piano, and we just had a good time doing that. It was really fun. And then I actually picked up a new coffee pot because we noticed this the last several days. Our coffee has tons of grounds in it. Like the water that drips into the grounds is just spraying out now, and also it's been leaking. So I took our old one back and they replaced it. I've never taken something that expensive back, but they replaced it like no questions asked. And so I bought another one. I think it's a little bit different, but it's basically the same coffee pot. So I'm gonna set that up because we need that for tonight. So I was really thankful that they had the one that I wanted. And then, oh, and I picked these up too. They're like tiny little tumblers for kids. They were only $15 for 2, so I got 4 of those because my kids can always use some more cups. So I'm gonna get rid of some of our old ones, and now we have some new ones for them. Coffee pot. I'm gonna let my husband kind of figure out how it works and all that when he gets home. It's pretty much like our old one, so it shouldn't be that much difference. I just put in some garlic to roast in our little toaster oven. I love to add roasted garlic to herb butter. It tastes so good. It gives the best flavor to herb butter. So I am roasting some garlic, and then when I finish that, I'm gonna make the herb butter. So I've got my butter getting to room temperature right now, and then I'm just gonna go out and pick a bunch of herbs from the garden and just throw all of that in there. I really have no recipe to this. I usually do like a stick of butter, like a good handful of herbs, some roasted garlic, and some salt. And that usually does it. And then I just whisk it all together. So very easy to do. And then that's what we will use to top the bread with tonight. I also have a friend bringing just some plain butter in case people don't want herb butter. My 3-year-old just went down for a nap, so I'm gonna work on doing some cleaning because this garlic is gonna take about 40 minutes to cook, and so I'm just gonna do some cleaning while I'm waiting for that to cook. And also I need to set out like the paper goods and stuff for tonight. We're using mostly paper goods. I think we're gonna use like some real coffee cups, but other than that, everything will just be disposable. And so I need to work on setting that stuff out, and any kind of like platters or anything that I need. That is one trick that I have when you're hosting, is to do, sometimes I even do that the day before if I'm hosting like a really fancy event where pretty much everything is gonna be on platters. We're gonna do a lot of disposable, even like platters tonight, so I really don't have to do a whole lot of that, but I know I need like a basket for the bread and like a bowl for the butter and a few things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set those out. And what I like to do is use a sticky note. I'll write on a sticky note what is going in that bowl and go ahead and arrange everything where I'm gonna be serving everything. So I usually serve it right here on our island. And so I'll just kind of lay out where I think everything should go. And that way, as people bring things in tonight, they know where they're setting things. And also I know that I have the dishes that I need out for the food that we're gonna be having. So that's a big tip that I have. And also just being sure that you have a really good list made. So I used my little planner earlier this week, and I made a huge list of things that I needed to do every single day. And I had to add a sticky note for today because there were not enough lines to write down everything that I needed to get done today. But I just went through and just wrote out exactly everything that I needed to get done, even down to like cut the bread, put out the butter, put out the water, put out the tea, just different things like that. So I know what I need to do, and I'm not last minute scrambling trying to get everything out.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken and take this weight off.
Kids are helping me get the windows all clean. Doing a good job, Em.
Let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
Another tip I have for you guys when you are hosting is don't clean your bathroom until the very last minute. So it's the day of, so I'm gonna give it a thorough cleaning, but I'm gonna come back about 10 minutes before everyone arrives And I'm gonna do another little wipe down because it never fails. My kids come in here and sling water everywhere, or there's pee on the floor or something like that right before everybody gets here, and I have to then go clean the bathroom again. So I've learned that you clean it the day of, but you're gonna have to do another like wipe down right before they get here.
Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way.
All right, it is 2 hours until go time. I feel really, really good. I was able to get the bathrooms all cleaned up. We cleaned the playroom, made sure there's no little tiny pieces all over the floor because we have some infants coming, and things like that. So I pulled out the lasagnas. I have 6 of those. I am trying to thaw them just a little bit before I put them in the oven. And I'll probably cook them in advance and then just keep them warming in the oven because I would rather them be done early than be done late because we're supposed to eat right at 6:30 when everybody gets here. So that's the plan. And then I have to heat up some marinara. We're doing one of my friends is bringing plain noodles for the plain Jane folks. And I just also bought some marinara just to heat up for the people who don't want meat, and like lasagna. So that is where we're at right now. I just cleaned the floors, just swept. That's it. I still need to set up the tables, but that will have to be like last minute when my friend brings them. I've got the paper goods out and ready to go. I've got most of the cups out and ready to go. My husband went and grabbed the ice. We're gonna do just a bucket of ice as it gets a little bit closer. But right here, I just have like all my serving utensils ready to go right there. And I bought these on Amazon. I'll try to link them for you guys, but they're just like little thin dry erase boards really that you can use for food tags. So there's a few things that I thought might need a tag, like the peach tea that I'm gonna have right here, and then what is in this bread. So I made a little tag for that right there. I made a tag for the herb butter right there. So these we will use to put the salad in. It's just what we had at the church. And I was like, you know what? We don't have to go out and buy bowls. These will work just fine. So that is where we're at with that. I'll put the lasagnas here and we'll have some noodles and some marinara. And then I just did kind of a simple little centerpiece, just using some things that I already had. And so I've got just like a little floating candle and a mason jar and some flowers from my garden. Just keeping it really simple. Oh, and then my husband went ahead and made the decaf coffee for tonight. So all we have to do is turn it on and we will serve some coffee later on tonight. It's all coming together. I am not stressed out at all. I'm honestly gonna go sit down for a little bit because I really don't have anything to do until it's time to put some of this stuff in the oven. So that is the beauty of preparing in advance, is that when it comes down to the last few hours, you're not stressed out, you don't have a ton to do, and you can just relax, you can get yourself ready, and you can just enjoy your guests. Because I feel like when you're rushing around doing all different things last minute, you really can't even enjoy people getting here. You can't greet your guests. So that's why I try to get as much as I can done ahead of time.
Jesus come inhabit the praise of the sinners sing. Jesus come and Jesus move. Here and now we call on you.
actually 2 days later, and yesterday we took most of the morning just to relax because I was super tired after that busy day, Wednesday. So yesterday we just kind of relaxed, enjoyed the rain. And so it was very, very nice. And today I wanted to just kind of tell you how it went and also share with you guys what we usually do as far as like the Bible study portion of our home groups. First of all, it went great. Everyone loved the food. The lasagna was a big hit. The bread was devoured. The salad bar was delicious. Everything turned out so great, and everyone just kept on commenting about how great the food was. So that was definitely a win. I stuck to what I always do, and as soon as everyone left, I swept, I mopped. I was up very late, but it was so worth it because for me, I just don't like to go to bed knowing that there's like messes. Sometimes it happens, but when I have a bunch of people at my house, I really like to go to bed with it fairly cleaned and picked up. So I went around, threw away all the cups and swept and mopped. I wiped down the toilet, a few things like that, and then I just slept like a baby. So that's kind of how I handle the cleaning for a big event like this. But I also wanted to talk to you guys about what we've been doing for our Bible study portion because I'm really excited about it. It has been so awesome. It's been such a blessing. It's just been so refreshing, and I can't take credit for this. My friend Haley actually is the one that introduced us to this at their home groups because we swap out home groups. There's 3 different families that do our home groups at our church, and we do it once a month. So anyways, she did it back several months ago at her house, and I was like, oh, this is so good. So ever since then, my husband and I have been following this method, and it's called the Discovery Bible Method, and it's basically a way for you to learn and to teach discipleship to other people because you guys know we are called to make disciples. So it's basically going through one piece of scripture with someone, breaking it down bit by bit, getting their thoughts on it. You're really trying to open up communication with this. So you want to hear from them. It's less about what I have to say about it and more about what they have to say. And it's just been such a joy to watch people just give their opinions and share their hearts, share what God is speaking to them through that particular scripture. So you can use this method coaching or discipling someone one-on-one. You can use it in a group setting like we did last night. It really is just kind of up to you and what you want to do with it. But I will link it below so you can have some more details about it, but it's really awesome. So hopefully that was helpful in case you are thinking about maybe hosting a small groups and maybe that is very intimidating for you, or you're just like, I don't know what we would talk about or what we would eat or how I would put it together. Hopefully this is helpful for you and gives you some good ideas and maybe a good starting point for that. It is such a beautiful blessing to have people in your home. Yes, it can be a lot of work. Yes, it can be a little bit stressful, but it is so worth it. And it's actually what we're called to do as Christians. We are called to be having people in our home, to be hostesses and hosts, and to just bless other people that way. It just will not only minister to them, but it's going to really minister to your heart. And so I highly encourage you, if you haven't gotten people into your home, it doesn't have to even be with a church and a small groups. Just have another couple over and invite them for even takeout pizza. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It just has to be intentional. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with me today for this video. I will see you back here really soon for another one. Be sure that you give this video a thumbs up before you head out and subscribe to my channel. Thanks guys. Bye.